So today I have another Ask Nikki for you guys. I love this series. This is one of those series that we can just like sit here and talk like homegirls and help each other out with the crazy shit that goes on in our lives. This video was supposed to be up yesterday. I'm so sorry. I hope you guys are following me on Twitter and Snapchat. If you were, then you know all the fuckery that's been going on at my place, like literally the place that I live. So much so that like it just fucked up my whole work schedule. So my bad, boo, my bad. As usual, before we get into today's Ask Nikki, today's glamour shot of the day is my beautiful Glamazon. She goes by Lala, but with a lot of A's. Find her on Instagram. She's so cute and so beautiful. Lala, thank you so much for all of your love and support. You guys know that I would not be here without you. I could not do this without you. Now let's get into the questions. I all of a sudden sound like I'm sick and I'm not. I think it's just my allergies, but it literally just happened within like the last 15 minutes. Before that, I was fine. So if I keep like clearing my throat and stuff, I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck is going on. This series is exactly what it sounds like. I have an email, AskNikki@yahoo.com. I'll leave it right here. You can email me with all of your issues, all of your problems and questions that you might have that you would like my mediocre advice on. So let's get into this, okay? So as per usual, some of the emails that you guys have been sending me are like so fucking crazy. And then like some of y'all be trying to send your girl like novels, okay? Like legit got chapters and shit. And I'm just like, damn girl, like some cliff notes here and there, you know, just do me a favor because like my ass is just like scrolling through your whole story. Okay, so this first email is from one of my Glamazons and we will call her A. Dear Nikki, my ex and I have been broken up for about 5 months. He got tired of the arguments and he thought it was time to break up. I understood why he left because I started the arguments half the time. 2 days after the breakup, he found someone new. It broke my heart because I didn't understand how he could move on so quickly. I've tried everything to move on, but I can't seem to let him go. I always find myself thinking of him and on the verge of texting him, but he made it clear he wants nothing to do with me. He was my first and my first love. I blame myself for losing him. I know he's happy, but I'm still stuck on him and I don't know how to move on. What do I do? Your email made me really sad, and it made me sad because a lot of times we make mistakes or we're in relationships that we're not necessarily ready for, like emotionally, and sometimes we like self-sabotage. And it's not really our feelings towards that other person. It's more so like our feelings about ourselves. And it's gonna hurt, girl. Like it's gonna hurt, but you have to remember that it's for the best for both of you because you know, you actually liked him or appreciated him enough to like let him go instead of wasting his time because you weren't ready. And you know, that's not a happy relationship when you guys are always arguing. And although you miss him, I think it might just be more so the fact that you're like used to him, like you're used to having him around, or you were used to being in a relationship with him. What's really weird to me about this entire thing is that you said that 2 days, did I read that right? 2 days later that he had, hold up, 2 days after the breakup, he found someone new. So that right there is like kind of weird to me because I just don't I don't believe that in 2 days, you're gonna tell me in 48 hours, he found another girl to be with. Or was that something that was carrying on while y'all were together? You know, I'm not like, I'm trying to see how that could be possible. I just don't, I mean, maybe he can just, I don't know, walk out on the street and get himself a girl that quick, but like usually it takes some like conversation and some dates, but like, what do I know? Maybe it's not all your fault, girl. Maybe you're being too hard on yourself because that's a little fucking weird. Like, I'm sorry, if it took him 2 days, good for you. I think you made the right decision. It's just gonna take some getting used to, and don't worry. Whatever relationship that he is in right now, relationship, it's just a rebound. Like, honestly, 99.99% of the time, it's just a fucking rebound, especially if it's only 2 days after. So don't get your heart broken over it, love. I wish you the best of luck. Okay, so my next email is from my Glamazon, Ray Lee. I hope I'm saying your name right, girl. Her subject line is ASAP. Please, girl, I need advice soon. All in caps. Okay, this is very serious. So let me tell you about this fucking weekend. Okay, girl, do tell. Okay. Freshman this year, and we just had our winter formal Saturday night, and I had so much fun with my best friend Sally. After the formal, me and my sister and Sally went to my grandma's to stay the night because the weather was really bad that night. Next day, we went home around 5, and when I got home, I was on my phone in bed. My other friend FaceTimed me, and as soon as I got on the call, I started talking about the formal from the night before. My friend that called me was at a party that night that I was at the formal. She was with a bunch of people, and I knew that. There was a person there that I knew because he's a dick that played me and made me cry and feel like shit. I was talking to this boy. She and I were best friends. Like, we knew everything about each other. Anyway, she keeps telling me not to be mad. Then she says, I did it last night with someone. Then I was like, who? Then she said, guess. Then I got to thinking because he was on her story last night from Snapchat. Oh shit, this is like some drama. Okay, I stayed home today because I was too upset. Nikki, please help me. Should I forgive her or no? In a nutshell, you went to your formal dance with your sister and your friend Sally, right? So y'all was over there partying and doing what y'all want to do. Okay, great. And then y'all go home the next day, you get a FaceTime call from another friend of yours, okay, that's known you for like ever. And she tells you that she did it with somebody last night. Somebody is your ex that is a dick and that was a dick to you and made you cry and shit. Am I getting that right? I think I'm getting the story right. Fuck. Okay, look. Honestly, y'all already know how I feel about this. Like, y'all already know. Fortunately, like, nowadays, like, this shit's just, like, normal. Girls were legit. They will fucking argue with me about this entire subject and say that there's absolutely nothing wrong with your friend dating or talking to your ex if they were an asshole to you. Like, there are so many girls that are like, well, it doesn't really matter, or it doesn't involve me, their relationship is in the past and all this other shit. But at the end of the day, that just tells you how that person feels about you. Like, if this bitch really does see you as a best friend, if this bitch really gives a fuck about you, because like she doesn't, like obviously she doesn't, because I've never been able to like look at one of my friends, like my best friend's ex-boyfriends or any of my friends' ex-boyfriends and been like, oh, well, I mean, what that was then, okay? This is now. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and go do it. Like, honestly, it's about how well you guys knew each other, how close you guys were. And like, honestly, it's just about how deep y'all's relationship was. And if it was really deep and like you guys like talked like that every fucking day, and like she knows, like you said, like she knows what this dude did to you, and she knows like how like hurt you were, like then that's fucked up. And so like she like went to this party and screwed him, like just like then and there, had to happen like right then and there. Like it's not even, she didn't even want to consider you and even like want to ask you like, hey, I talked to so-and-so last night at a party and I think I might like him. Do you mind? Like, she didn't even give you like that, okay? Like, she just went ahead and jumped the gun and just fucking did it. And because she doesn't care. Like, it wouldn't have mattered what your reaction is. What's done is done. Like, there's nothing that you could do about it. It's not like they were just like talking and like she wants to tell you that they're talking. No, like girl, they already did it, girl. So, I mean, honestly, that's not the actions of a best friend. Like, she doesn't sound like a best friend to me. They forget all about girl code. They forget all about loyalty, and they just do whatever the fuck they want to do. And anybody who says different is like judgmental, and it's not even that. It's just like, that's just not a nice thing to do. It's just not a nice thing to do to another person. That's all. And then like she had him all over her story, like, girl, like that seems like some shade. And I'm just, I think I'd piece the fuck out of that one. I think I don't really need a friend like that. So this next email is from an anonymous Glamazon, and she said, hi Nikki, I love you so much. You're my favorite YouTuber. All things, girl. I'm having trouble with my boyfriend of 7 years. We started dating at 18 and we're now 25. He was my first real boyfriend and first love. However, he is a child of divorced parents. It was bad. His mother cheated on his father twice, leaving him with heavy emotional damage. So being emotional isn't something he really does, leaving me questioning where this relationship is going. I ask about our future, like living together and getting engaged, and then he'll make up excuses like we're still young and change the subject. It's crushing. I don't feel like we're too young. I see him as the person I want to spend my life with. But at this point, I don't know. I don't know if I can take feeling insecure about my relationship anymore. I know if I end it, he'll never be with me again. I'm scared if I leave and it's a mistake. I live with knowing I messed up being with the love of my life. In this particular situation, okay, I understand that your man has a past and your man has probably seen a lot and been through a lot. And I get that. And honestly, every single person on this earth has a story, all right? Every single person has been hurt, literally. I understand that he's been through a lot. He's probably seen a lot, you know, coming from divorced parents. And honestly, that's really unfortunate. And at the end of the day, love, it's not your problem, nor should you have to pay for what somebody else did. Although I understand that your man has probably seen a lot and been through a lot with his parents, I just think that it's his responsibility to go and like if he needs to go to counseling or whatever he needs to do to make sure that he is a healthy person both inside and out to be a good partner to you, he needs to do that. Because for him to ask you to let go of your dreams of being engaged and married and move on with your life just because he has divorced parents, like I don't see that as a viable excuse as to why he can't move on with you. Like, you shouldn't be denied that after all these years, girl. Like, if you think about it, so those are some of the best years of your life that you've spent on this man. So it only stands to reason that obviously you're important to him. Obviously you are, because you guys have been together for so long. But he has to get over it, and it's his responsibility to do what he needs to do to dig up that root. Does that make sense? Like, emotionally, we all have like emotional roots, like things that were traumatic in our past, but it's not fair to punish or make somebody else in our present and in our future pay for what happened in the past with somebody completely different, you know? And it's really, honestly, it's easier said than done. I totally get that, because I have things that I still battle to this day about trust issues and things that I try not to carry over into my present, and it's really hard. You know, the best you can do, love, is one, have a conversation with him and make him understand that you're not his enemy and you never will be. One. Two, you're not his mother, and you have to have that really hard conversation and be like, honey, no offense, but I'm not your mom. Like, it's not fair for you to deny me the basic, you know, milestones in life because, you know, your parents had a really bad relationship. Like, let's go to couples counseling so that I can do what I need to do to show you that you can trust me. You know, I'm not your mother. I'm not, you know, you're not your dad. Like, we're not going to have the same relationship. We're two completely different people. So I think that it's worth just like, one, talking to him. You know, you guys have been together forever, girl. Like, I know my man like the back of my hand. He's my best friend because we've been together for so long. And like, it's just worth just sitting down and talking to your best friend and just being like, look, I know you've seen a lot, but to be honest, I mean, it's not my fault. Like, I shouldn't have to pay for that by not being able to like have milestones and you propose to me and us move on with our life because of, you know, the actions of your parents. Like, that just isn't fair to me. And I think it'll help so that he knows not to carry those past traumatic experiences into your relationship, because, you know, you don't want something like that to break y'all up, and it will if you guys like let it grow. You know what I'm saying? This is from my girl Jennifer. Hey Jennifer. So her subject is, should I beat that ass? Let's see if you need to regulate. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so I'm an 18-year-old teen mom, but I'm not with the baby's father anymore because the relationship became too unstable for us to continue. I'm happy now that we aren't together and that I got away from the toxic relationship. Being the nosy person that I am, he was logged into his Instagram account on my phone, and I saw that he kept getting DMs from his ex, and I know I shouldn't have looked, but I did, and saw that they have been talking all lovey-dovey and shit, right? some of the videos that she sent him were about doing things with little kids slash babies. Find that this is a fucking little ass girl that's probably a sophomore in high school. So my thing is that this little ass bitch want to play house with my kid. I honestly don't care what she does with the baby's dad, but it honestly boils my skin knowing that she's over there trying to act like she's something to my son. That's my son. Don't fucking try to act like he has something to do with you when his dad hasn't even told me anything about you. I'm to the point where either I'm going to tell her something or just beat that ass when I see her. You feel me? What should I do? I don't know. I'm writing this because I see you as a big sister and I honestly look up to you. I wanted to talk about this one today because it's really a good topic, and as a stepmom we can look at both sides of it because I completely understand. Like, I get you. I got it, girl. You wouldn't think I would, but I get you. Okay, if this little girl is truly that young, like, that's a fucking problem. Like, if your baby dad is your age and he's 18 fucking with a little girl like that, that's statutory rape. So I'm hoping that's not what's going on, but moving on. Completely within your rights as a mom. I think that you have every single right to feel that way. Every single fucking right. And here's why. First of all, it has to be really hard to be separated from your baby dad, and then you have to give your baby to him and not know who he has around your child. And I get that. As most of you guys know, I am a stepmom, so I'm on the opposite end of this. And this is even how I view it, okay? One, don't beat her ass, okay? Do not beat her ass, because if you beat her ass, you're gonna lose your baby, and it's just not worth it. The bitch is not worth it, especially if you're over the age of 18 and her little ass is a minor, okay? We gotta be smart. Let's be smart. What I do think is that you need to have a conversation with your baby dad to tell him and let him know, number one, I am your son's mother, and my place needs to be respected. I will always be his mother, and ain't no bitch that you have in your life ever gonna take that place, ever. Number two, I want to meet her. I need to meet her, sit down with her, meet her, check her out, see who she is and who's around my son, because that's a really big deal. And honestly, here's what I think you should do, okay? Because my own situation was a little bit different. 2 whole years, 2 years went by, and I still had not met Julian's mother. She had no interest in meeting me, which was fine, but like, I just felt like it was really inappropriate to be around her child and her not meet me, because I don't know, I was like fucking raised with home training, and I just feel like this is your kid and I need to let you know that, one, I'm not a threat. 2, you know, I understand and I respect that you are his mother. And 3, I'm just here to love him and take care of him when you're not around. That's basically it. But I didn't end up meeting her until he was already 5. And I met her by, instead of letting David open the door whenever she was coming to pick up Julian, I opened the door one day, and I did that because I felt like it just needed to be done. We're both grown-ass women. I know the complexity of my personal situation, and to me, I think it's important that I meet the mom so that she can see that I'm not a drug addict, that I'm not an alcoholic, that I'm not some crazy raging lunatic around her child. That's really important. And it's just funny because it was like more important to me than it was to her. Like, I would not be able to like have my baby around another woman for 2 years and not meet her, okay? So here's what I think you should do, okay? Because I wish that my situation would have worked out this way, because I expected it to. I think that, one, you need to talk to your baby dad and let him know what your boundaries are as far as who's around your son. No, you know, like, you don't know her, you don't know what kind of bad habits she has, what she's gonna do in front of your son, how she handles being around kids. Is she gonna try to discipline him? Like, I think that it's fair for you to talk to your baby dad and be like, I need to meet her and every other bitch that you have around my son. I don't care if it's a million girls, because when you have a girl like that, you know, thinks that she's all about this life, and I can tell you from experience, being a stepmom is not fucking easy. It's not. It's all the work of a mom, but none of the power. Does that make sense? Like, I don't have the power to discipline him. It's not my place. You know, I have limitations to my parenting, and this shit right here is not for the weak. It's not. This shit's hard. For little girls to be playing around with this idea of being a stepmom, you know, it's not all fun and games. And the way to kind of weed the real from the fake, I think that, you know, for her to have to sit in front of you and as the mom, and you know, talk to her and you ask her, you know, tell me a little bit about yourself. Have you ever been around kids? Like, have you ever been with a man with a kid? Like, do you plan on staying forever? Because my son matters and his little feelings matter, and I don't need anybody coming in and then leaving and breaking his little heart. Like, what's up? What's good? Because then that's gonna set her into reality. She's not gonna have any other choice but to realize, like, oh fuck, like, this is really surreal. Like, you're the mom, like, I'm in the middle of this entire thing, and it'll make her think a little bit more seriously about the situation at hand, because it's so much responsibility, so fucking much, and being a step parent doesn't make it any less of a responsibility. It's a lot. And so I think you're right. I think that she is trying to play, you know, house with your baby, and that's not appropriate. If she really wants to be about this life and she really wants to be a step parent, treat her like a step parent. Meeting with you and answering to you if your baby gets hurt while in her care, if he learns a bad word from her, all that shit, all of it. It's parenting. So if she wants to be about it, let her be about it, and the baby dad has to respect that, because I'm pretty sure that when you get your dude and you meet the man of your dreams and you get married and shit, that he's going to want to meet your dude and he's going to want to know who's around your son. And I think it's just a common respect kind of thing. And I think, you know, honestly, it's good for, you know, the potential stepmother and the mother to kind of get together, because at the end of the day, the only person that should matter here is the child, the kid, because the kid is a person, and you need to make sure that this person isn't going to hurt your child. Like, that's so important. Like, are you going to be here fucking 5, 10, 15 years from now? Like, can you really say that? Because my kid matters. Like, I think that you need to talk to your baby dad and just be like, I don't give a shit how many bitches you got up in this house. I need to meet every single one of them. And if they don't want to meet me, then they can't be around my son. That's your baby. You need to know who's around your baby. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for checking out my newest Ask Nikki. Let me know your thoughts down below. Also, don't forget to take the polls and let your fellow Glamazons know what you think they should do. If you guys enjoyed this Ask Nikki and would like to see more, please don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. Also, don't forget to hit that huge subscribe button right here to be notified of all of my new videos, especially story times here on my channel every single Friday. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. Let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media, including my Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook page. I will leave all of that information down below. Let's be besties, girl. I love you. Thank you guys so much for checking out my video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Peace out.